Well, even though we think of Denver as a decent-sized city with buildings and glass, Colorado is actually an agricultural state, and there is so much to celebrate about that. Well, with me is exhibition curator Jamie Kolpke and artist Libby Barbie. Welcome to the show. It's so good to have the both of you.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Where we are going to look at some images of the Agri-CULTURE exhibit. And if you could, Jamie, please describe what it is all about.
Yeah, well, this is such a special show. It was organized by two of our great area museums, the Boulder Museum of Contemporary Art and the Longmont Museum. And we've partnered 18 local and national artists with farmers throughout Boulder County to really share stories about farming through art. And so visitors can expect to see all sorts of really large-scale immersive installations, everything from oversized textiles and ceramics to multimedia works. And also a lot of the artists worked for 1 and sometimes 2 years leading up to the show to create these artworks. And they went out onto the farms and collected natural materials to create these works. So people will see everything from dirt and seeds and living plants and even corn stalks used in really surprising ways in these artworks.
I love that. So see, this is the art that I'm really fascinated with, when you really get to see what's real and how the artist incorporates that into what they make here. Now, Libby, share more about your art. What is your medium and what kinds of things inspire you?
Yeah, well, I work in a lot of different media. For this particular project, I worked largely in sculpture and photography.
Okay.
And I guess really at the center of the work that I do is a focus on nature and culture. So I was really inspired in this process to think about how I could express through my artwork the important work that farmers do.
Yeah. I am excited to see this. Now, Jamie, when people come out to the exhibit, what do you want that experience to be like for them?
Yeah, well, really at the heart of this show, it's about how people connect to the land around them. So all of us, farmers, artists, you and I, visitors who are going to come see the show, they're going to get to experience a lot of different topics. We really left it open to the artist and the farmer to explore the story that was meaningful to them. So there's artworks about cultural heritage, the climate crisis, food security, water rights, really everything. So there's a lot of variety of topics for people to connect on. There's something for people of all ages, and it'll really be a great way for people to explore their own connection to the natural world.
Absolutely. And as I said, as we were going into the segment, Colorado really does have a lot of agricultural presence here. This is a good way to learn so much about it. Now, Libby, as a spectator, what do you like about the exhibit or any other works that you were really impressed with?
Yeah, well, I think the thing that I love about this exhibition is that it is so large and so diverse. So there's so many voices and collaborations represented in the work. And I grew up in southeastern Colorado and really appreciate the work of farmers and ranchers, and I don't think that we see that explored very often in art or in art exhibitions. So I think it's a really unique exhibition.
I think it's very unique too. Now, Jamie, there are also programs that go along with the exhibit. I want to learn all about this.
Yeah, so throughout the summer, both museums have had incredible public programs, and going into the fall, the Longmont Museum has several great things people can do. Everything from art workshops, including botanical illustration. There's a tie-dye workshop using natural dyes, and a couple of really great upcoming talks, one on farm labor and one that Libby's going to be part of on November 9th, where there's going to be artists and farmers in conversation at the Longmont Museum.
That's going to be an interesting one. And Libby, how do you feel about being a part of that one? And I have another question for you after you answer that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really excited about it. I think it highlights what artists do really well, which is to collaborate across sectors and take ideas and concepts that may not be really accessible to the average viewer and make it interesting and engaging.
Love it. Now, Jamie was mentioning that a lot of artists worked for a really long time on their pieces. How long did it take you, and at what point do you say, it's ready, this is it?
Yeah, that's a great question. I worked over a year on my piece. I spent, I think, 14 months photographing the farm to prepare for creating the sculpture. So
Of course.
Yeah.
It's so fascinating. Jamie, the exhibit is going on now. Until when, and what are the best times to come out?
Yeah, so it goes to the Longmont Museum through January 7th.
Okay.
And we also have the show at BMOCA. That show is up through October. And there's 3 farms that people can actually go visit themselves, see the farm in action, and see art installations there. And those are up through Labor Day, so people should get out soon to see those ones.
The ones for Labor Day, yes. And if not, still plenty of time to get out and really experience this. Thank you both so much for being with us today.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Okay, agriculture, art inspired by the land, is on exhibition now through January the 7th at the Longmont Museum. Now, if you want tickets or you want more info, go to longmontmuseum.org.